The past few days, all I've wanted to do was binge and purge. Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shani. I'm Shani and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shani, hi! Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm gonna do an eating disorder update video. I haven't done one in a little bit and I feel like I need to do it. But first, I wanted to make an announcement. So I do Vlogmas every year. I love vlogging every day around the Christmas time because it's just such a fun time and it's such a good time for me and I love it so much. But this year I wanted to do something a tiny bit different. So in past years, usually I would start Vlogmas like November 1st because that's when I start celebrating Christmas. I'm one of those people. Or sometimes I would wait till Thanksgiving or whatever. This year, I think what I'm gonna do that I really wanna do is I want to go live every day in November on YouTube until Thanksgiving. And then Thanksgiving, I will start Vlogmas and go until the new year. So I'm gonna be going live every day, sometime in the afternoon, my time. I live in Utah if you wanna look it up and see the time difference and stuff. And yeah, probably afternoon, evening-ish. I'll let you know as soon as I can, like ahead of time, what time the live streams are gonna be. But I really wanna do this because I really want to like connect with you guys a little bit more and kind of hear more of your stories and answer your personal questions and hear what you've been through and how you've gotten through it, and getting to know you a little bit better and just reconnecting with my audience is really important to me. So I thought that that could be a really fun thing to do. So stay tuned for that, and I'm really excited to do it. It's going to be nerve-wracking, and I will try and make the lives not too long because I don't want to oversaturate you for the month of November, but I guess if you can be there, you can, or you can watch it later if you want, or whatever. I also wanted to try these. I found these at Costco today, and they look really good. Organic sweet potato crackers. For some reason, it looks really good to me, so... Oh, they're darker than I expected. These are delicious. I love these. You should try these. A delicious blend of corn and sweet potato. They're really good. Okay, so now onto my eating disorder update. So I don't know if you know, but I have an eating disorder. It's not funny. I make a joke out of it because it makes me feel better, but it's really not funny, and it's not okay, and it's not great, and it's not glamorous, and it's not cute, and it's not quirky. It's none of those things. It is pure hell. It's a road that nobody should ever have to go down. I am so tired in living with this disease where I have to face, like, I can't live without my addiction. I have to face my addiction, which is food, in order to live. And so many of you struggle with this too. It feels like such a cruel disease that, you know, we have to have something in order to survive that is either our addiction or that we're addicted to avoiding. So it's just a really, really cruel disease. That being said, I'm not doing the best, but I'm not doing the worst. I ended up in the hospital again a few days ago, and they had ended up admitting me because my blood levels were dropping really fast again. So they admitted me. They did an endoscopy. They found more gastritis, and that's where they think the bleeding was coming from, because I was like throwing up blood and stuff. It was really bad. And it was a really, really hard night. I didn't vlog it this time because it was a really hard night and I didn't want to show anything. But they did give me an iron infusion. They gave me a whole bunch of liquids. And they just kind of like helped me as much as they could and sent me home with some new medications to try and stuff. And since then, since I've gotten out of the hospital, I haven't had any eating disorder behaviors. So I'm really, really proud of myself for that. Because before I went to the hospital, I was having eating disorder behaviors more often. It's like another one of those situations where I'm like, am I kind of glad that happened to like wake me up again and remember what my eating disorder is doing to me and how it's like, I don't know if the blood necessarily is the eating disorder problem, but the gastritis is, and like tears that I get inside and everything. So I haven't had any behavior since then. I've just been really working on myself and trying to give myself some grace while also challenging myself. So the past few days, all I've wanted to do was binge and purge because here's the thing. Here's what happened this week. I had an eating disorder meltdown and it was really bad. So basically the other night I was like, oh, Halloween's coming up and I bought this Halloween costume like a month or two ago and it's just been hanging in my closet. I should try it on. So I tried it on and guess what? It doesn't fit anymore. And we're like just a few days before Halloween and I was like, are you kidding me? And then I stupidly got on the scale and I realized I had gained a significant amount of weight in 1 week. And I completely lost it. I had a complete meltdown. It's so stupid. This is what I'm saying. Ed is an idiot. And it literally felt like my world was over. And it's funny because when I was in the ICU last time, a few months ago, and it was really bad and I almost freaking died, I lost a significant amount of weight in a week, like a very significant amount, actually the exact same amount that I've gained in the past week right now. And it's funny because when that happened, when I lost that much weight, Ed was very quiet and very like happy with it and just like let it be. And then I had my logical side in my heart being like, no, this is not good for me. I need to not be losing this weight. I need to be nourishing myself and And now it's like completely switched where it's like Ed is like super pissed at me and just like, you need to not be doing this and you need to be giving me more eating disorder behaviors and lose that weight and starve yourself and get back to the weight that you were before and And I'm over here being like, no, you're doing the right thing and I'm proud of you. Stick with it. You're being strong. You're being awesome. Ed is just such a freaking dick. And I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick of the games that he plays, the mental games and the stupid little ways that he snakes his way in and just makes your entire life all about him. And it's awful and I hate it and I'm sick of it. Sometimes I look at normal people, whatever that means, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes I look at, maybe not normal, healthy. Sometimes I look at healthy people and I'm like, how do you do that? Like I would love to know because I think about these things and I tend to compare myself a lot to other people, especially people who I'm intimidated by. And people that I'm intimidated by are often people that are very healthy, successful, happy, want to find happiness and find joy in their life. Like that's super intimidating to me because I don't know how to do that. And I don't have that in me. Like I don't have this desire to be happy. I just have this desire to live and survive, but I don't care. Like, I don't know. And so I think about those people and I'm like, would they be having that much of a meltdown where I was crying on the floor in my closet, curled up in a ball, wearing my tight ass Halloween costume that doesn't fit anymore, and then I just weighed myself and gained a bunch of weight and freaking out and I'm bawling on the floor, just crying and crying and crying and crying and crying? Would anybody else do that outside of eating disordered people? Yes, normal people, not normal, healthy people, they might get frustrated if they gain a few pounds, but are they having this type of meltdown where you are just, it feels like you're at the gates of hell and it is the worst feeling in the world and it is so frustrating. What a waste of time. Eating disorders, Ed, is such a waste of freaking time. It has wasted my entire life away. I'm so sick of it. But I'm working on it and I'm doing things that are bettering myself. And it's hard for me to open up to you guys sometimes because sometimes if I share with you when I'm struggling, it just kind of turns into like, sometimes I feel like there's like this black and whiteness in some of y'all's minds where if I'm struggling a little bit, it means I'm just struggling the most and I need to be inpatient and I need to be doing the same treatment plan that you did and I need to be blah, blah, blah. And if I'm not struggling at all, then great, I'm great. And there's no in between, you know what I mean? But I need to feel proud of myself and I need to be uplifted, and you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I'm going to try and do it for myself, and I do it. Shani in editing here. I just wanted to say that this is not the majority of people that act this way towards me. The majority of you are so lovely and so wonderful and so understanding, and you tell me that you're proud of me for the small achievements along the way to the big goal. So I'm not talking about most of you, I'm just talking about some of you, and it is something that I'm working on to try and ignore the few of those that do that. But I also feel like some of those people really feel like they're truly caring and trying to help. And so I wanted to address it and just like explain why it doesn't really help to do that, to have that black and white thinking. So that's what I mean. And okay, continue. Try to uplift myself and give myself credit for the little victories, even if in the grand scheme of things, I'm not all the way better. There are victories that should be celebrated instead of it just being you're either like as bad as you can be or you're not doing it at all, and those are the only two options. No, there's so much that goes in between it. Eating disorder recovery is such a complex, long, hard road for so many people, especially people who have had it their entire life and that's all that they know. It's literally engraved in my brain because it started at 5 years old, and so as my brain was developing in childhood, I had an eating disorder, and so it just stuck. I've talked about this before, how I am absolutely a self-destructive people pleaser. What I mean by that is that sometimes if I feel that somebody else sees me in a bad light, like in a bad way, or they make fun of me or make fun of my issues and mock them and all that, like sometimes if people do that, I subconsciously kind of start to believe it and start to act like that. So like I need to act like the way the thing that they're accusing me of, even though in the beginning it's just not true, but then I sort of put on this act in order to please them. And it's like, why am I working so hard to please people that will not and do not understand me and that don't care to try? Why am I trying to please these people? And why am I trying to please people who a lot of them are sick themselves? Like who are they to talk? Like we're all struggling, all of us, and all of us that struggle with an eating disorder. We're all struggling. We're all handling it in different ways. Everybody's different. Every situation is different. And I know that I'm doing the best that I can. And I'm very, very proud of myself for that. I'm so proud. I'm working really hard in therapy. I'm working really hard spiritually and personally. I feel like I've actually come a really far way. And I know that, again, some people are probably going to just be like, you're not going to get all the way better until you go inpatient or until you do this type of therapy or until you leave Danny or until you blah, 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 or leave your church or whatever. Like everybody has an opinion on how I should handle my eating disorder, but I am choosing to listen to the professionals, my doctor, my psychiatrist, and my psychologist. I'm choosing to listen to them and doing the best that I can. And I'm proud of myself. And I feel like I need to say that more and I need to like acknowledge that more in myself. And I want you guys to do the same. So if you are struggling, even if your road doesn't look like this and it's kind of like this, listen, or even if it's like this, keep trying. If it's like this, try harder, obviously. But if it's like this, you know, give yourself some grace when it plateaus like that. Like just give yourself some grace when you fall instead of just that black and white thinking of, oh, well, I'm obviously completely like sick and I might as well just give right back into it. Like that's the biggest trigger for me to get back into an eating disorder is if I hear someone else say, or if I say it to myself, well, I'm a lost cause. Like it's pointless to try anymore. So I'm just not going to, instead of being like, no, it was a slip up. Let's try again tomorrow and get back on track tomorrow. You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe I'm not making any sense. I don't know what this video is, but when I go live every day in November, I think it'll be a really great way to keep my recovery going and to keep doing better and better and better. Is by connecting with you guys and hearing your stories, and also knowing that when I connect with you guys, when I do live streams, it also reminds me how many people look up to me, and that's really like, that inspires me. That inspires me to do better for those people that are looking up to me. But I do want to make it clear again that don't look up to me for having an eating disorder. It's not something to look up to. It is hell. It's not cute. It's not quirky. It's not fun. It's not good. It's not attention grabbing in the right way. It's not going to get you the attention that you're really craving. I promise you. It's just like a shield for really what's going on inside of you. I promise you it's not worth it, and it kills, and it's hurts, and it sucks, and I hate it. And I've been rambling about this for so long. I hate it, and don't ever go down the same road that I did. But if you want to follow the example of that I'm trying, and that I'm doing my best, and that I'm learning about myself, and I'm growing, and I'm taking steps in my recovery, and I'm working really hard in therapy, those are the things you should look up to, if anything. All right, well, I'm gonna go. Will you guys tell me below? I did film a song. I sang in my shower. I filmed like a fun Disney song that I thought would be kind of fun. Do you guys want to actually see it? I don't know if I should post it or not. I don't know. It's been a while since I've posted a singing video. I kind of like, but good news, I'm dropping more subscribers every day. So you know how in the beginning I would sing every time I reached another 100 or another 1,000 subscribers? Well, now I just lost another 100 over the last like month or two. So maybe we should start doing singing videos every time I lose more subscribers. Ding. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Anyway, I love you guys very much. I will see you, if you want the singing video, I'll see you tomorrow for that. And if not, I will see you on Halloween for Motivation Monday, and then my Halloween vlog on Tuesday. So I love you guys so much. Be safe, be kind, be gentle on yourself. You deserve it, and so do I, and we'll get through this, I promise. I love you very much, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember forever and always that you're beautiful, you're worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye!